More than 1,173 children have died in hot cars since 1990. Today is National Heatstroke Prevention Day. Kids and car safety is raising awareness and calling for immediate action to prevent hot car tragedies. Today we are joined by Alan Buchanan, the director of Safe Kids North Carolina, to share what parents can do to help prevent these types of situations from happening. I know we just gave like some national numbers, but we have North Carolina numbers.
Yes, unfortunately, over 50 children have died in North Carolina since 1998. And just last two, tragically, we lost two children, a 4-year-old and a 7-month-old. So, yes, unfortunately, it affects North Carolinians as well.
I think that there's two groups of people. There's one group of people who say, well, I have left my kids in the car for just a minute, and then I was going to go back and get them when I got out of the store. And you say what to that?
I say never leave your child alone in the car, even for a minute, even for a few seconds. Unfortunately, the busy lives we live, things can happen quickly. Or you go in the store and you see your old friend, and just to catch up, and suddenly it becomes a long period of time that passes by. So we recommend not even leaving your child alone at all.
Even on days that are kind of overcast and maybe feel a little bit cooler, that heat is really still a deadly situation.
You're totally correct. Even today, it was only about 65, 66. And the vehicle that we had earlier doing the demonstration actually got above 100 degrees in just a matter of minutes. So even today, your vehicle heats up.
All right, so for people that maybe are at home and they say, I've heard stories about parents or grandparents leaving their kids in the back seat and forgetting about them. I would never do that. That's not going to happen to me.
That's easily said than done. Unfortunately, again, we live busy lives, and just a little change in routine, or, for instance, the mom takes the child normally to the daycare or school, and you switch up and dad takes them that day. It can happen. Just, you get a phone call on your way to work, or something changes that routine. So, unfortunately, the mind is very tricky, and it can happen. A lot of times it's not intentional, but tragically, we've seen it happen many times.
I know car makers are trying to put some features so that, it will alert drivers that something is in the backseat or someone is in the backseat, but not every car is going to have that. So what kinds of things can all of us do?
So we encourage people to just create simple reminders. Once you put the child in the back seat, put something with the child or back there in the back seat with them that you're going to need when you get to your destination. For instance, something like a purse, a briefcase, your cell phone, any of those items that we know that we're going to need once we reach that destination. We know we're going to remember to get that, and this triggers a little reminder to check your child as well.
I know in the past we've talked about people taking one shoe off, putting that in the back seat, because that's something you are not going to forget. There are times where I've left the car without my purse, for sure.
Absolutely. A shoe is another little trick to create a reminder of your purse that you reference. Maybe it's an important document you got to have for work that day. Whatever the case may be, just something to trigger that reminder when you get there.
All right, we're wrapping this up. We've got a little less than a minute. What is the last thing you'd like to leave for folks to know about hot car deaths and child safety?
Yes, definitely. The main thing is just never leave your child alone in the vehicle, not even for a minute. Tragedies can happen in a blink of the eye, unfortunately. Also, when you get to your house, or wherever you may reside, please lock your vehicles, because children can gain entry into these vehicles and get trapped, unfortunately. So make sure you secure your vehicle as well once you get to that destination, just to prevent them from getting inside and not being able to get back out.
Yeah, kids like to play, and that seems like a good little play place, and you might not hear them for a little while and wonder where they are, and they're in the back seat of the car.
Absolutely. And all these tragedies are totally preventable. Just simple little things can make a big difference.
Well, Mr. Buchanan, we appreciate your time and your expertise. There may be many of you who say, I want somebody else to hear this. We're going to put this in the Two Wants to Know section of our website.